What's going on, guys? Keith Lamberth here with the KFL Week 7 player interviews pre-gaming this Week 7 matchup with the Tar Heel Lunkers taking on the Coosa Kingfishers. They're going to be at home. Dave Hart here with us. Dave, tell us a little bit about where y'all going to be at this weekend trying to play spoiler with these Coosa Kingfishers.
Yeah, man, looking forward to it. So we had this matchup earmarked for sure, even before the start of the season, because we knew what Coosa was capable based on the performance last year. So we kind of figured, let's go to a place that maybe not a lot of people heard about. So we were going to be fishing Hyco Lake, which is a fairly good sized reservoir. It's up near the Virginia border. It's about an hour from the Raleigh-Durham area. So it's a lake I'm pretty familiar with, and in fact, Steve Perry on our team has some good familiarity with it, and then the other guys, they honestly we don't fish it all that much, so it's a little bit of a challenge for us too. I mean, that's what it's all about: have a little fun and challenge ourselves, not just challenge the other team. So I think it'll be a good
Absolutely.
matchup. I hope that they find it. I think it's a good numbers lake. In fact, I was talking to Greg a couple weeks ago. I think watching that Indianapolis Motor City matchup. Man,
a lot of fun.
A lot of fun, I think I told him it's a little bit of a precursor to what Hyco can be, because you can have to deal with boat traffic for sure, and you can get into numbers like those guys were and really duke it out. So I think it'll be a fun matchup.
Well, when we ventured up there and traveled y'all the first week of the season, we were on Jordan. When Jordan fished tough. I mean, there was a boat tournament out there, and it's that time of the year. You're going to have these. We're in the dead heat of the summer. You're going to have these wake boats that don't give a damn about kayak fishermen. The occasional bass boat angler that really doesn't care about kayak fishing. So talk about the difficulties of that if we're on that page, out there trying to avoid all this, the wake boats, the sea-doos, the bass boat traffic. What advantages do you find in kayak fishing to be able to avoid, the cluster that's out on the water?
Right. So for me, in my experience, I mean, I think you can take it two ways. One, you can find those backwater areas that at least you don't have to deal with some of the jet skis or the pleasure riders. Obviously you might run into the bass boat fishermen up there. I think that's one advantage you can take to you is find those backwater areas and get away from it. Or the other option is just, hey, take it nose on. I mean, be smart, be safe about it. Hyco Lake, I think definitely is a little bit more of your pleasure boaters than it is your bass fishermen or your crappie fishermen, things like that. You will see them. So hopefully it's not too bad. I mean, it's, obviously we got an early morning matchup, so I think we'll be good till about that 10 o'clock hour. And then just put your head on a swivel. And if you want to tackle it, you can tackle it. I mean, there's fish to be caught everywhere on that lake, up and down it. So, I think it's whatever you find you're comfortable with.
Well, you guys are coming off a big win, your last match out, first win of the season. I know it's been a tough go for you guys this year. And I feel your pain as far as the Alabama Hammers go. So it's been a tough season. Look, bye week this past week, an opportunity for you guys to kind of just rest and recover and get ready for this matchup coming here. Tell us about playing spoiler to a team that's 5-0. Listen, and the Coosa Kingfishers have absolutely just put numbers on everybody, but they've had the advantage of being at home pretty much every week but one. They're coming on the road. They're bringing some good anglers. What would it mean for the Tar Heel Lunkers not only to get the second win of the season and continue to battle to close out the season, but what would it mean to maybe shake up the standings a little bit or take away some of the dominance, serve a little slice of humble pie to some of these teams that are dominating along the way and headed towards the playoffs? What would that mean for the Tar Heel Lunkers?
Man, it'd be everything. I can break up into two parts of that answer. One, focus on the Lunkers ourselves. I mean, you can attest to it. It's been a grinder this year. I mean, we put in the work, we put in the practice, we've been confident going in, and things just haven't shook out our way. I mean, you know how you've been on that side, just with us, like you said, and it's tough. It's very, very tough. And every single event we've had, except maybe Western Branch, which again, I mean, we go to Western Branch and we average over 18 inches and we still get beat. I mean, that's a win 9 times out of 10. But other than that, these have been grinders. We've actually struggled to put limits on the board. Knock on wood, I don't think you're going to see that this weekend. But, for us, I mean, I've been hearing the noise. It's been thrown out there. Hey, there's going to be a 4-4 team that's going to make the playoffs. And we feel right now that we can ride the momentum of last week's or 2 weeks ago. We can be that 4-4 team. I mean, we got 2 events at home that we're very comfortable in the bodies of water we're at. And then we've got one matchup with the Reapers to close out the season. And, it's ours for the taking. It would mean everything to get this win. I mean, speaking of the Coosa Kingfishers, there's no slouches on that team, man. You know, they've been at home for the most part, very comfortable. I know, at least I assume, a last minute shakeup with Jordan Marshall going out to the Hobie Worlds, that Colin McGowan's going to be coming up and fishing with us, and we'll see what he has. You know, I'm not going to say he's one dimensional, but we'll see. You know, dude's a stud. He's a stick. You know, Lance Coley's no slouch. He fishes, you know, the national circuit. We know what he's capable of. And then McElroy, you know, shoot, he can fish with the best of them. So for me, that's who I really think, you know, we'll keep an eye on. Dan Perry as well. But I think, you know, for us, Lance Coley and Joe McElroy, we're going to keep an eye on at this matchup.
Yeah, they're definitely. I spoke with a couple of them this morning again, trying to set up these interviews. This is going to be, look, it's a 5-0 team versus a 1-4 team, and not a lot of people think there's a whole lot of stuff to watch here. But like you said, you're on your body of water, somewhere they're not super familiar with. They got sticks, y'all got sticks. I mean, look, we want to see good matches. We want to see fish being put on the board. The exciting part for us sitting on the sideline is to see that hunger that you're talking about. Look, somebody 4-4 is going to make the playoffs.
Yep.
It's on the Tar Heel Lunkers to finish that out. You got to win the next 3 to get yourself in that spot. There's no doubt. So we've talked about, you know, you've been a part of the Pinnacles, the highs, and you obviously this year with the struggle. What keeps you motivated to do what you're doing?
You know, for me, this is my first year doing this. Again, you know, the KFL in general as a whole, you know, is new. But for me, it's just, you know, holding up your end of the bargain for your teammates, man. You know, I see it from everyone on our team. You know, unfortunately, a lot of guys have had some, you know, some distractions away from being able to fish with us this year, and it's totally justifiable. But, you know, we're trying to get them involved. Like Justin Faircloth, I mean, that's a name that, you know, everyone suspected would be on the lineup day in and day out. And, you know, it just hasn't worked out. So he'll be fishing with us this weekend. You know, but it's just holding up each other, you know, like putting in the homework. You know, we feel, like I said, we can do this. We can get that 4-4 and get that playoff spot. You know, but at the end of the day, it's just, hey, you know, we got to put in, you know, everything we possibly can to keep us going day to day, hour to hour. And you know how it is, those grinders. I mean, it's down to minute by minute. You got to just have that mental aptitude to stay focused and stick with it. And that's what it's all about for me. I mean, you
definitely got to fish hard right to the buzzer. I mean, you know, the match is not over. I mean, look, we saw a lot of, you know, Garrett Morgan put up a 20-inch fish within the last 2 minutes of their last match. I mean, you're talking about the Jeremy Baker with the Motor City Ambassadors popped 2 fish, and then Mike Elsey lost what probably was a 6-pound bass at the kayak within the last few minutes to lose by 2 inches. So you're going to have the ebbs and flows, man. Look, again, know it's been a tough start to the season, but you can't go 4-4 if you guys don't go 2-4 this first opportunity, this next match, which is always the most important. Dave, I wish you and the Tar Heel Lunkers nothing but the best of luck. Tight lines, you know, strong hooks. All the safety that you guys can have on the water, that is obviously most important because we want everybody to get back to their families. And the biggest thing is go put on a show. You guys show what the Tar Heel Lunkers are hungry for and what this team is capable of. And again, let's see how this shakes out with the Coosa Kingfishers coming to y'all's back door this weekend.
Man, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the opportunity to talk with you, and best of luck to you guys too in the rest of the season.
Absolutely, and we look forward to talking to you and some of the other Tar Heel Lunkers along the rest of the way of the season. Good luck. Finish out strong, buddy.
All right, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
Bye.